All right. I hope everybody has some objects picked out, either by yourself or by somebody else. Today, I don't know if you can see them. I have some random objects from my house. It's just like a little plant because I like drawing plants. My husband's switch, just because I thought it'd be interesting to draw, and this like candlestick holder that I just think is really bright and colorful. So those are the things that I'm gonna draw. But yeah, you should have at least two things maybe picked out. Two things that you're gonna try to put together in some sort of still life.
Megan says she has Mickey Mouse ears, a toy, and makeup.
Oh, awesome. Mickey Mouse ears is fun. That's super fun. Oh, those are good ones too.
Oh, special ones.
I like it. Does anybody else want to share what they're going to be drawing?
My wife picked this little plastic flower on top of this blue tile.
Oh.
Like that. And she also found this in our house. This
Oh,
wooden
that's
hand.
a great one to draw. I mean, that's designed to be drawn. That's great.
Yeah.
Can I show mine?
So then you just have to like position them in a way that you like. So set them up in whatever still life manner works for you. I don't know if that's.
Let's see.
If I tilt my screen down, you can see I've kind of set mine up.
Emily and Sophia have their hand up.
Hi, Emily. Hi, Sophia. How are you girls?
Good. I have an apple, a shoe, and an egg-shaped candle.
Ooh, those are all good ones. I like the lines on that egg-shaped candle. Those will be fun to draw.
I have an egg-shaped candle,
Cool.
a candle,
Regular candle.
and a little egg.
Easter themed. You guys are already in the mood for Easter, aren't you?
Is it better or worse with the light on or the light off?
It's better with the light on.
Off. Okay.
All right.
Can I show?
Awesome. Can't
Oh,
wait
yeah.
to Great.
Let's see. Jade wants to show.
Yeah, hey,
I want
Jade.
to show.
Okay.
Share what you're drawing.
Let's see this. Oh, there we go. My computer and my headphones.
Headphones. Ooh, your headphones will be fun because they have like nice curvy line for the cord.
Yeah.
And you'll have to like get you know how the part that the soft part that touches your ear is like wrinkled. You'll have to do like a wrinkled line for that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
There's another hand up here.
Yeah, this is Soraya Rose and Simeon.
Hi, guys.
Hi, good morning.
Soraya Rose is 4, so she's going to try and do a banana.
Nice.
And then Simeon is doing a action figure. Yeah, show them.
I'm doing a SpiderMan action figure and a train.
Ooh, those are two great ones. Those
Very
are really
cool.
good ones. Awesome. Good to see you guys. I'm glad you joined. Awesome.
We have another hand up here, Rosalie.
Okay. Hey, Rosalie.
Okay.
Rosalie.
I thought it would be fun to draw a balloon because of, well, it's rounder and I think I need more practice on that. Then I also have a Minnie Mouse headband because I thought sequins would be fun to try and texture. And then my mom's mug.
Nice. That's two Minnie Mouse ears, or Minnie ears. That's great. Awesome. Well, yeah. So just set them up in a way that makes sense for you. Make sure you have enough light. So every other day this week we have started with a quick warm-up. And today I did not print anything out, or I didn't make a PDF for you guys. So while we're waiting, we're just gonna wait like another 2 minutes. You can just, you have an extra piece of paper, you can start sketching. If you would like though, I'm gonna show you, because I know we have a couple new people. If you would like to make a viewfinder, so I'm gonna be using a viewfinder today to help me make sure that everything is in the right spot. So all you have to do to make a viewfinder is take a piece of paper. I'm gonna fold it in half. And this is just a tool that can help you again. That can help you when you're trying to figure out if you have multiple things. So a lot of you have more than one object you're drawing. The Viewfinder can help you get a sense of where they're going to go on your page, so that things are in proportion to one another. Because one thing that we haven't talked a lot about, we have a little bit, but is proportion. And proportion is this. So in mine, I have some things that are shorter, like my switch is shorter, then some medium-sized things like my plant vase is kind of medium, and then some taller things like the plants themselves, and then these candles. So I'm gonna make a viewfinder. All you do is you just need an extra piece of paper and some scissors. And on the folded side, so here's my paper. It's like a mountain, top of the mountain, the valley of the mountain. On the top of the mountain side, I'm just gonna cut a little square out like this. Let me go far enough on this side. Okay. So now I just have a little square and I can open it up. And now it's actually a larger rectangle. And I'm actually gonna trim a little bit off. Make sure that if you trim it, that you're trimming the side that is the valley, the side that has it's not the folded side, the other side. So I'm gonna cut that off, there. Now, I'm just gonna make a little frame. So keeping it folded, and on the mountain side, so on the folded edge, I'm just gonna cut out a little square. And this is just helping me make a little frame so that when I open it, you have like almost like a little picture frame. And my picture frame can help me when I'm trying to see where things should go in my picture. So I can hold it up to my eye and I can look through it, and it kind of frames my still life. So I can kind of see, oh, okay. When I keep this like this, like I can kind of see how things are in proportion to each other. So I know my candlestick, this candlestick in the back of mine is super tall. So that's probably gonna be the first thing I start to draw with, because I kind of want to get a sense of how tall things are gonna be. So I'm gonna start with this candlestick, and then everything else I draw, I'm gonna try to make it in proportion to the candlestick. And I'll show you how to do that in a minute. But all right, if you're ready to get started, if you warmed up a little bit, done some sketches, maybe made a viewfinder, maybe you don't need one, maybe you're fine with it, let's get started. So, using your pencil and using really light lines, just like we always do, you're gonna start sketching in lightly your object. So, I'm gonna start, like I said before, with this candlestick. And you should really, really be looking at your object. So you're really trying to notice all the little details about it. And you're trying to get the main shapes in. So kind of like that. I see the bottom part of my candlestick. I'm not too worried about all the tiny details yet, because those will come after I get the main shape. So if I'm sketching like a banana, I want to just try to get the shape of the banana first. And then I'll go back in and add in all the details that I see, like if it has any spots or anything. Okay. So here's
Lee, I did want to mention earlier, Kyle wrote that he's drawing a wine bottle and a glass.
Oh, nice, Kyle. Nice. I want to see in a second. Wine bottles are super fun to draw because they're a very like classic shape to them. All right. So now that I have my one super tall candlestick, so this is my tallest candlestick. Now, what I'm really gonna do is I'm gonna start to notice, okay, so my Switch, remember I'm drawing my Nintendo Switch. I'm noticing where on the candlestick that switch hits, because the switch is in front of the candlestick, so I need to add it in so that I can erase some of these lines back here. So I'm trying to notice, about how far up is this switch. And I'm gonna look and I'm thinking it's kind of maybe right about here. And I notice it kind of comes down like right about here. And then it curves over. So this is the reason we draw lightly and we sketch lightly, is because now I may have to go back and I may have to erase some of my lines because I'm drawing things that are on top of other things. I'm overlapping my shapes. So my switch is in front of, so I had to go back and erase that line. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep checking, keep going back and forth and make sure that when you're sketching that that the lines, like don't darken up any lines until you're sure that that's like where they should be. So like these lines are pretty sketchy, but I'm actually pretty confident right now that this line is pretty good. So I can go ahead and I can darken that line up. And I'm pretty confident. I'm also looking at, like, we talked a little bit on Wednesday about 3D shapes. So I'm making my like candlestick look 3D by adding in those like curved lines that indicate that it is a round form. It's a cylinder. So is my candle. My candle is also a cylinder. So these are about where they should be. So I'm going ahead and putting them in. I can start to like darken in a little area around where the candle sits in this candle holder. Give it a little bit of definition. And up here, it's like still a cylinder. It's a tall, thin cylinder. So I'm adding in that top part and that wick. All right, pretty happy with that. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna see if I can try to do these other two candlesticks in proportion. So I have the tallest one is here, and I have like the medium-sized one, and then I have the smallest one. And I know what I'm seeing from where I'm sitting is different from kind of what you're seeing. So I'm drawing it from my perspective. So I'm trying to keep things in proportion, starting with those sketchy lines, trying to add in the details that make it look 3D. So, and those are, we're gonna add in shading after this. So every day this week we've kind of focused on something new. And shading was one of those days we talked about shading. So get the shape first and then go back in. You can add in some of the shadows to make it look like it is, like to the implied, make it look like it's 3D. So remember, our drawings are 2D. We're drawing something flat, but we're making them look like they're 3D by adding shading. Okay.
Tanya says she's drawing a banana, an orange, and a plate.
Awesome. I love that. I hear a lot of people are doing fruit. I hear a lot of people are doing, I saw one person was doing a shoe. You guys are like going back to what we did before, which is awesome. It's a really good practice to revisit. So I know I say this every day, but when you're drawing from observation, you really, really should be looking closely. You should be looking at what you're drawing at least the same amount of time as you're looking at your drawing. So like half the time you should be looking here, and half the time you should be looking here. Remember, you're trying to draw what it is you see, not what it is you think you see. Because sometimes what you think something's gonna look like doesn't really, when you start looking closely, when you start really observing it, it might not look exactly like what you think it was gonna look like. So pay close attention. And really, I think I said it in the description for this class, but learning to draw from observation is truly, most of it is learning to look, is learning to see, is learning, I mean, there's some of it that's like just practice in putting a pencil to paper, but a lot of it is really learning to look for the shapes, learning to look for the form, learning to look for the proportion and trying to get things in proportion relative to the other objects, learning to look for those shadows and those highlights. We talked about color yesterday, learning to look for those hidden colors, learning to look for colors that you don't expect to see inside of things. So a lot of drawing, like drawing from like realistically, is learning how to look. So that's kind of what we're doing right now, is we're learning how to look at our objects and look at them with an artist's eye. I like drawing glass. Glass is kind of interesting because when you're drawing things that are inside of glass, the glass, because of the layer of glass, it makes everything like distorted. It looks like everything when you're looking like inside of my glass. I don't know if you guys can see, there's all these like roots. And when you're drawing it, especially this part right up here, like where the stem is, the stem is like distorted. It's not just a straight line through here. It actually breaks a little bit, and like, and it has to do with the way that, like, it has to do with the way that the physics of glass work. Anyway, I can't speak to the physics of glass, but I know that when you're drawing it, and if you look really closely, it's not a straight line. It actually, like, the stem breaks. So like, I know somebody said they were drawing a wine glass, so you got to look closely, see if there's anything inside that wine glass. Like, the lines might be distorted. You'll have to look really closely. If anybody has any questions, just let us know, and Scott will tell me to come and answer. He's my epic producer of this.
I don't see any questions yet.
All right. So yeah, today is really all just about drawing. There's going to be a lot of drawing today. A lot of working on our still life. If you have colors today too, if you have color pencils or crayons, and you're done, I know some of you have more objects than others. You are welcome to add in color. Oh, the root system, it's like a tangle over here. You're welcome to add in colors. If you're adding in colors, try mixing the colors on a separate paper first to make sure it's the color that you want. So because sometimes with still lifes, or sometimes when you're drawing things, like, there are hidden colors. There are colors that you, like, even if you're drawing a banana, sometimes there's browns in bananas. Sometimes there might be like orange. It could be like an orangey yellow color, or orange. So look closely. Look closely when you're adding in color. Even I'm looking at this leaf right now, and I'm noticing that I'm not ready to color yet, but if I was, I would need yellow, green, brown, or almost like a cream colored, like a cream colored white. So I might need like a white color pencil, maybe mixed with some light tan. I don't know, I need a lot of different colors, and I might want to test them all out. Michael, are you using, was it, oh my gosh, I forgot the name of the app that you were using. Were you using?
Procreate.
Procreate, thank you. Were you using Procreate?
Right now I'm trying to use pencil and paper, but I could use my iPad. It depends on what to do with color, I guess. I also found some colored pencils.
Oh, nice.
But I'm not sure. Right now I'm just using pencil and paper, but I'm not sure whether to switch to the iPad or just keep going with pencil and paper and then adding color that way.
Oh, well, that's totally up to you. I'm personally am fascinated with digital drawing, so I know that that's something that, like, I want to get into. I just haven't done very much of. But that's
I just started doing it recently, and I've used some YouTube videos to try to learn how to use Procreate.
Yeah, it's such a cool app. I've seen other people using it. I just haven't gotten into it yet, but it's very cool. And I think that the artwork always comes out looking so neat. And it's great for people who like, or for like, just in terms of like making mistakes, like, cause you can just go back and you can like edit, undo.
Plus, you don't waste a lot of paper.
Yeah, that too. It's better for the environment. So it's a cool way to work. But as always, drawing traditionally is also a good way to work. It's good to have both.
Megan says on the other classes, me and another person were talking about digital art almost half the class.
Cool. What kind of have you ever done any digital art, Megan?
Yeah. I don't do it often, but yeah, I do.
That's cool. So what do you use when you do it?
It's like an app called Autodesk. Like, I forgot. I think that's what it's called, but that's what I use.
That's cool. Before all of this, the other thing, I used to teach another class in California, in Venice and near LA, and it was a class for 8 and 9-year-olds, and it was a stop motion animation class, which was super fun. And it was at a photography studio, so like they focused in photography, and it was super fun to teach, and the kids loved doing stop motion. That's the one class I haven't figured out how to translate that to online learning yet, because it's really hard. You have to have all the equipment. But if you've ever done any stop motion, there's some really cool apps for it. If it's something you enjoy doing, if you're a technical person and you enjoy making art and doing photography, like even just the iPad app, I think it's just stop motion. I think it's literally just called Stop Motion. Is a really simple, fun way. And you can make the cool thing about stop motion is that you can make it out of anything. Like you can do a stop motion with Legos. You could do a stop motion with a pencil moving across, like with art materials. It's just a kind of a fun thing to do.
There's some comments here.
Yeah.
Kyle says, I use Fire Alpaca for my digital art.
Ooh.
Fire Alpaca. Megan says, I do stop motion.
Nice.
Emily and Sophia are asking, is this our final drawing?
So yes, this is our final drawing for this class. Next week, there's going to be a whole new lineup of classes. I'm still writing the curriculum for it, so you'll have to check back online. But I don't think it's going to be drawing next week. We might come back around the drawing in a couple weeks, but I think we're going to try something new next week. So I think I'm still writing it.
Jade's saying hers is going to take a long time.
Me too. Me too, yeah. And that's okay, especially like if you have a lot of things going on, if you have a bunch of different like objects that you're drawing, it might take you a while, especially depending on how many details there are.
And Ciara and Damien were asking, what apps can you use?
For stop motion or for drawing? Damien, which
let's see here. So I know there's Procreate. That's the one that Michael
animation stop motion.
For stop motion, well, if you go to if you literally have an iPad or a phone, it's just called iStopMotion. I think there's iStopMotion. We were also using something called DragonFrame, but that one I think iStopMotion I think is free, yeah. And DragonFrame I think you have to pay for. So iStopMotion is like a great one to get into it.
Okay. So what was it?
Yeah, but DragonFrame's a little trickier. So I would try to use iStopMotion. And they're really easy and they're super fun. You can make an animation. So when I taught, I was an art teacher. I was an art teacher for many years in a school in New York City. And I taught, the school was a public school in Lower Manhattan. And I taught pre-K all the way up through 8th grade. And it was super fun because I taught an elective that was entirely a stop motion elective to middle schoolers. And it was really fun because they took what they learned in my elective and they brought it back to their class, and they were like, all the kids were making these really cool stop motion animation projects that were like showing their learning on like their like history, whatever they were learning in history. So I think they were like learning about like the American Revolution, and so they made like a cool stop motion animation about it. It's really cool. You can really, there's so many cool things you can do with stop motion.
Lee, I actually had a question for you.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with Open the Portal in Los Angeles?
I am. I have been to Open the Portal.
Okay.
We went to, I was there, we had like an event there at Chuck Jones.
Yes, last year. Yeah, we worked with them.
Yeah, and I met some of the guys there.
Yeah, they had a lot of cool stop motion there.
Yeah, they do some really cool things. I'm not that advanced. I only know it in a very basic way. I taught it to like, like the oldest kids I've taught it to were 8th grade. So, but yeah, their stuff is really cool. They do they have a really cool space. Have you ever been to their studio, Scott?
Yes, I have. Yeah, a couple times.
Yeah, it's really cool. They do some really fun stuff. They were showing us one of the ones they were working on, what's their character, like the time, it was like this time clock.
Oh yeah, yeah, clock with the face, or
yeah,
face clock or whatever.
Yeah, it was really cool. They showed us like an animation that they were doing, and they have like a whole professional setup. It was a very cool thing, and you could see they showed us all of their models and how so they would make these models out of lots of different materials, but like some of them were made out of like this plasticine clay, so that you could move them, and they had like interchangeable facial features, so you could change up like how like all the different expressions. Yeah, it was really cool. Really, really cool stuff. So how's everybody doing? How's everybody's drawing going? Any difficulties?
Got a thumbs up from Emily and Sophia.
Okay.
Thumbs up from Heather Rose.
Nice. So if everybody's kind of got the outline of their shapes, then they should start going back in and filling in some of those details, all the details. Really looking closely.
Thumbs up from Rosalie.
Awesome. You might want to start like penciling in like where the shadows of things are. Like I have this cool shadow in mind that's like the direct shadow of this leaf right here. It's a really crisp shadow. So you might want to start penciling in the shadows. And you can also start penciling in doing some of the shading. So just like last time, when you're doing shading, you want to start out kind of light and then add layers in. So you're darkening up the areas that are dark. So like everything basically on my table. So there's a shadow back here. And anything where it's touching my table is kind of making a is making like a dark line. So let me I'll show you that in a second. Let me shade this in.
Lee, Jade says I can't seem to get my drawing right.
Yeah, Jade, show me. Ooh, wait, that's looking really, really good. Can you show me what you're drawing? Can you show me was that your headphones? Those are your headphones, right? Yeah, those are your headphones. So yeah, they can be a little tricky. They can be a little tricky. If you're having trouble drawing the whole thing, then what I suggest is trying to narrow in. Instead of trying to draw all of it, try to draw just a little part of it. Like maybe your headphones are going off the page, so there's less to focus on. So that's sometimes why like a little viewer like this can help, because it's sometimes when you have a lot of things that you're drawing, this is a challenge. This is our last day doing this. So like, that's why I said pick 2 or 3 things. But sometimes when you have a lot of objects going on, there's just so much detail. There's so many things. So if it's really challenging, zoom in, narrow down, like zoom in and try to do less. Do less with more details on that area that on that area that you're working. Okay, is that makes any sense? And I hope that makes sense. Try not to do quite so much. And also keep at it. Like, I remember sometimes, wait, Scott, what was the quote from Chuck Jones about how, like, well, there was a quote about how you have like 1,000 bad drawings in you that you have to get out.
Bad drawings. I don't remember the exact quote. Let me see if I can find that.
You have something about how you have 1,000 bad drawings in you that you have to get out first before you get to the good ones. I really need to memorize that quote, Scott. I feel like I try to bring it up like every other day.
Every artist has thousands of bad drawings in them, and the only way to get rid of them is to draw them out.
I love that line. I love that line. I'm going to memorize that one because I feel like I think of that line so often. This has like a shadow coming over here.
And Chuck really did just draw everything.
Yeah.
You know, just practice and practice and practice and just draw as much as you can.
Mm-hmm. It really is all about practice. It really, really is. It's like, you don't expect to pick up a violin and be perfect at it the first time. So nobody should expect to pick up a pencil and be a perfect drawer the first time or even the 1,000th time they pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about practice. Like a tablecloth coming down over here.
And Jade actually does play the violin.
Oh, you do? Jade, how many years have you been playing the violin?
3 years.
Yeah. And you have to practice a lot, don't you?
More than 30 minutes every day.
Yeah. That's why, like, as an artist, sometimes it's great to have a sketchbook and to just like sketch something like for a few minutes every day, because it's kind of like your practice.
Megan says she plays the piano. She has a class after this.
Oh, do you? Awesome. Are you able to do you have a teacher or do you just practice on your own?
I have a teacher. We do it over like FaceTime.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's easier over that.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, I feel like music can translate to online learning pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody here have a sketchbook that they draw in? Liliana and Heather?
I have one.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. You guys should try to draw something in it every day. Even if it's just like, you know, like a simple quick sketch. Like it could be something from your imagination. It could be something that you're drawing from observation, like what we're doing today. You should try to practice every day, okay?
Okay. Okay.
I'm glad you have one.
You guys play piano too?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do? Awesome. Okay.
Megan says she draws in hers every night.
Oh, that's great. Anybody have any tips for things that they enjoy drawing? What are some of the things that you draw in your sketchbook?
Did I see a hand up? Rosalie likes drawing cartoon objects.
Yeah, they're super fun. Me too. I like drawing cartoons. I like drawing faces. I like drawing eyes. Sometimes I'll just draw my hand. Like,
Megan draws people, and Jade has her hand up.
yeah, what's up, Jade?
I don't have a sketchbook, but I draw on a piece of paper like my own.
That's cool. That works. Oh, it totally works. Don't forget, one of the things I keep forgetting to mention, you have to remind me, Scott, at the very end, we need to make sure that we're signing our work and giving it a little date so that we, because it's always really fun to kind of go back and see your work, you know, in a couple of years and see like how much you progressed and see like what you were working on, you know, back in 2020. So we need to make sure that we're signing our work.
Damien draws comic strips.
Cool, Damien. That's awesome. Comic strips are really fun. I think that we might, I don't know, don't quote me on this, but we might be doing a comic book class soon. I know that Ben has been teaching a lot of comic book classes. Have you, like through here? So that might be kind of fun for you to take if you like drawing comics. Okay. These details over here.
Megan loves writing books, but she's never tried comic book before.
Writing, yeah, that's hard. Writing books are really hard. You just like writing in general?
Yeah, I just like write random stories sometimes.
That's awesome. I enjoy writing, but I never thought I was very good at it. But maybe it's just like drawing. You just have to practice.
Liliana and Heather Rose, one of them I write too, Megan.
Cool. That's awesome.
Oh, Liliana has many books, and Heather Rose is writing one.
Whoa. What kind of stories are you writing? Are they like mysteries, or what are you writing about?
We both write fantasy.
Cool. That's super fun. Yeah, so what kind of characters do you write about? Like are they like dragon riders? Are they like what kind of, like, tell me a little bit about your story. I'm curious.
Well, mine mainly have to do with kind of wizards, I guess. Magic users.
Cool.
Not so much wizards, but yeah, magic users.
That's really cool.
I tend to just write adventure stories.
Fun. Oh, that's super fun. Have you ever tried to illustrate your books, to draw in?
Yeah.
Yeah? That's awesome. Super fun. I love it.
A lot of creative people here.
Yeah, totally. So I had so much fun yesterday adding in color to my picture that I'm actually going to add in color to mine today, which you're welcome. You're welcome to start doing some color. Oh, somebody just came in. Hold on one second. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. Just so you know, I'm doing a virtual class right now.
I don't want to interrupt that.
Okay. All right.
I'm dropping something off.
Okay. Sorry. Nobody's come in here before. I'm at the Chuck Jones Center in California, where the classes are. But yeah, so I had so much fun adding in color to my drawing yesterday that I'm definitely going to start using some color pencils, because one of the reasons why I picked some of the objects I did was because I liked how bright the colors were. So I'm going to start doing that. You guys are welcome to do that, to add in color to your drawings if you have any color pencils or any crayons. It's a little trickier with markers. I know I mentioned that yesterday, because with markers, you can't get the same kind of shading. you can't get the same kind of details. Markers are just like, you know, you can't go light or dark with markers. They just are what they are. So
Wow, Megan says she has at least 30 finished and unfinished stories.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. I don't think I definitely have not written 30 stories ever. That's a lot. Oops. So how's everybody doing? How's everybody's drawing coming out? Anybody having difficulties? Anybody like finding certain parts easier than others?
Oh, actually, there's a thumbs down from Jade.
Jade, how's it going? Tell me. Having trouble with this? You're having trouble with the headphones? Yeah. Will you show me?
Oh.
Wait, hold on. You think that's going bad? I can totally tell. I can totally tell. I can see that you have like the inside part that I was mentioning before. You have like the top part of the headphone. So what are you struggling with? Tell me.
What?
Tell me what part you're struggling with.
Oh, I'm struggling with these parts.
With the ear covering part.
Mm-hmm.
Well, keep at it. Keep at it. Okay. Keep trying.
Okay.
All right. I think you're doing a really good job. I can tell that you nailed the one. You just got to draw on the other one now. How's everybody else doing?
Megan says she's doing okay.
Yeah? Awesome. Does anybody want to show me any works in progress?
Rosalie has her hand up.
Oh yeah, I see your comment, Rosalie. You're probably not going to finish. That's okay. I'm definitely not going to finish mine.
Because of the itty bitty little sequence on the ears, I'm doing little dots. I don't know if you can see them.
I can totally see them.
I'm probably not going to finish coloring it. So
no, I can totally see them. But that's awesome because you're really like you're nailing in the texture, which is awesome. Really good work.
Emily and Sophia say they're doing good.
Oh, awesome. Awesome, girls. I know.
Show yours?
You're going to show it? Yeah.
Almost done. And I did add some extras.
Oh, I can see that egg.
So they're about to blow out the candle. And the top of the lit candle on the table were just extras.
Oh, nice. I love it. I love it.
Person's about to step on the apple.
That's great. I love that you're totally making it yours and that you're changing it to make it from your own imagination. Whoa. Oh, I see. Wow, that candle, that I see. The egg candle, the regular candle, and you had the egg, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
I still need to add dots and I want to add color to everything.
That's awesome. I can see that you're really closely paying attention to where the shaded area is there. Really nice. Really, really nice. Oh no, Megan, let us know if everything still freezes, if you need to like go out and come back in. But really good work, girls.
Thank you.
Anyone else want to share?
Can you mute me?
Got it? All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, we still have plenty of time. Well, not plenty of time. We still have some time left. Like I said, this is like drawing, especially depending on how big you're going, like can take a long time. Like this drawing, oh boy, like it's going to take me a very, very long time to finish this drawing. I'm gonna have to, if I'm really paying close attention, one of the things I really liked about this, the objects that I picked were this candlestick, like even the pinks, the different shades of pinks and all of these little facets are totally different. So I have to go through and find the right colors for them. Yeah.
David had a question. Challenging to draw something translucent with bright spot seculars. How to shade?
Oh, can you show me? Show me, David. Yeah, let's see. What are you guys drawing? Ooh, wow. That's amazing. That's the like a method hand wash thing, right? Yeah, so drawing something translucent is really, really tricky. What I would really suggest to do is like zoom in closely, and when you're looking, look usually in something translucent, you'll be able to notice the highlights. And there's usually, depending on like if it's glass or plastic, look for the white lines. Look closely to see if you see like where the highlights are. Like on my glass, I'm really noticing that there's some streaky white lines that are coming down on the side. And then in between those are some super dark areas. So if I was gonna try to shade my glass in, I would really try to focus on like, so there's like this super dark area coming down here, and then there's another one here, and I'd really, really, really try to leave those white areas super white and super clean, because that's what shows you that it's shiny, is having those like streaky white bits coming through. So I see there's like another one here, and plastic is gonna look a little different from glass too. So it might look a little bit different, but just try looking super closely, really try to notice where those like highlights are and where the shadows are. And try to like keep the areas of highlights clean. So like I would actually probably take my eraser and go back in. I know I'm not finished, but I see like some really bright highlights in here. So I'd probably add that in. I'd probably take my eraser and I'd go back in, like clean up these super shiny highlighty areas, these streaky lines coming down here. Does that kind of answer your question? Kinda. It's hard for me to do it without looking at your object. So like, and I don't want you to move it, because then it'll interrupt your still life. Yeah, but yeah, just try to look closely at the highlights. Try to look closely at where they are. And it's also, it's kind of interesting because, especially when you're drawing something translucent, you see what's behind it. So like, don't forget to like draw in, you can pencil in like, all right, my glass is clear, so I actually see like something behind it back here, like a big white, the part of the wall, distorted wall shape. So try to notice and look for like, oh, and there's actually a trash can that's back here, a brown trash can that like is highlighted in here. So when I'm coloring mine in, when I'm adding colors, I probably would add in some of that brown back here, because that's part of the trash can that I'm seeing through this. So I don't know, you have to think drawing things that are translucent are tricky, because you're not just drawing the object, you're drawing, you know, what the object is reflecting. Hopefully that answered your questions.
Liliana says she and Heather Rose have been done.
Okay, cool, girls. You want to show us your final drawings? I know you were. Let's see. Whoa, that's cool. Nice job. Ooh, wow. So you guys had like, wait, can you show yours up again? Sorry, it was too quick. I was looking for the details. So you girls were drawing the same thing from different perspectives. Wow. You nailed the shapes. You really nailed the shapes. Really good work. Really, really good work. Don't forget to sign at the bottom. Sign your work so that you have and date it. And if you can go back, I don't know if you're working in a sketchbook, this is especially important. Like go back and on the other days that we've done, you didn't date them, go ahead and date your work. So like, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll sign mine down here. And then today is the 10th, 4/10/20. So I know I'm not, normally I would have waited till I was totally finished to sign my work, but if you were finished, don't forget to sign it. And I think it's especially nice if you have your work in a sketchbook, because you can go back and like see on what days you did which piece of which drawing.
I used to do that. Go back and just look at the progress that I've been making in the sketchbook.
Yeah, that's what like the best part of it is really going back and seeing like how you've improved. Because I don't know. My feeling is that people, even just like in a week of practicing and drawing every day, like you guys, I've seen some improvements in like drawing in shape and form. And I know the first day was challenging with that shoe. Man, shoes are not easy. And you guys like have really been working hard. Let's see. I'm just gonna smudge this up a little bit. Get some more shadow, make it look a little shadowier. It's also trickier because I'm drawing really big, so it takes a long time to color. So I might not have time to finish coloring, but I want to see what you guys are working on. Is anybody else nearing completion?
Real quick, there's a comment from Megan. I've looked back at my old art and my people's heads were triangles, not round triangles. I'm so glad I improved.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why it's really cool to keep a sketchbook, because you can go back and see. You can see how you used to do things. Very cool. And you can see how much you've improved. All right, I guess we have about 10 minutes left. So I guess in my 10 minutes, I'm gonna start picking out what color shades I would use for these candlesticks. Let's see. So like I said, I always use a scratch piece of paper and I kind of test out my colors. Sometimes I even hold like the color up to the object and I look at the color. Don't just look at like the outside like wrapper on the color pencil or crayon. Really look at like where the color is coming out of and see if you can sometimes I close one eye and I do a color test. I'm like, is this kind of the right color? I think this might be a pretty good one. I'm gonna test some of these other ones. Ooh.
Liliana drew another one.
No way. You guys, I forgot how fast you were. Can I see? Oh my gosh. That's so good. That's so good. I can't believe you drew that so fast. So fast. I'm so impressed, guys. I forget how fast you guys do that. Oh, I found the right color for my switch. So this color is going to match this side, this side of my switch. So like, that's going to go there. I don't know if I'll have time to actually color it in, but let's see. What colors do we have here?
It said, oh no.
Oh no, Jade, what's going on?
Because we only have 10 more minutes left.
Oh.
I
know. Well, so next week, like I said, I don't know. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I have the curriculum written. I'm hesitant to say because I want to go over it with Craig and Ben first. But I will say that the class time is going to be different. It's going to be at 10 o'clock instead of 11 o'clock. So hopefully some of you guys can still make it. And it's not going to be drawing. I'm pretty sure it's going to be like paper and like collage work. So, but I have to double check. It's all going to be about like some of the projects and things you can do out of paper. So like pop-up design, like layered collages. There's some cool projects called like Noten, which is like a Japanese type of collage. So the only supplies you'll need are paper, lots of different colors of paper. So like, and it could be magazine paper, it could be construction paper. So you have to hunt to see if you have any different kinds of papers, and scissors and glue. So those three things are the things that you're going to need. But there'll be more information on the website on Saturday. We'll have all the curriculum up on Saturday evening. But yeah, so the class time is going to be 10 o'clock, not 11 o'clock. So hopefully some of you guys are into that and would join. Love to see some of your faces again. Ooh, I like this color. And there's also going to be a couple of other classes going on too. I know that Ben's going to be teaching something. Rhiannon, if you've ever taken a class with Rhiannon, so I think I'm going to be at 10 o'clock. Ben, Scott, do you know what time Ben is going to be? Noon, maybe?
I don't know right offhand with the new
Yeah,
schedule.
his class is going to be after mine, and then I know Rhiannon's is going to be after his. So there's going to be at least 3 classes going on next week, and there might even be a 4th class.
I think Ben's might be at noon.
Yeah, I think so too, but I'm not, don't quote me on that.
We'll find
It'll all be up. It'll all be up on the website by Saturday. Scott, I also ordered just last night, I ordered a different type of camera that's gonna be like a down shooter, because I figured if I was doing collage, I can't work on an easel because the pieces will just fall off.
Right.
So I got, it's called like a document camera, which I used to have when I taught in a classroom, that will do like a down shooter. And I think I'm gonna be able to like move it up and down. If it doesn't make
very
people,
cool.
if it doesn't,
Switch between
yeah, if it doesn't make people too dizzy, like, so I can like see your faces and explain, and I can put it up when I want to look at your work, and then when I'm demonstrating, I can tilt it down.
Okay, very
So,
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me know if you need to test that before the class.
I probably will. I probably will. I'm hopefully I don't know if it'll arrive by next week. So we'll see. So I might be using my phone and my just like a regular clamp holder for my phone for the first class, and just to see. Well, hopefully that'll work for temporary fix until it comes, because I think it's supposed to come next week. I have to look.
Cool, that's exciting.
Yeah, I was really excited about it. Actually, it was kind of fun researching it yesterday. And sometimes the colors in your crayon box, in your color pencil box, aren't the exact colors that you want. So don't be afraid to layer colors on top of other colors. Don't be afraid to like see what happens if I put yellow over this pink color. Is that what I wanted to do? What happens if I put this like tan color over this pink? I don't know. I'm going to experiment. Oh, it makes it kind of darker. This color is kind of cool. I think I could use that for the darker side, for the shadowier side.
Emily and Sophia are blending.
Nice. Love it. Love it. That's exactly the right thing to do, especially with colored pencils. Yeah, I like layering and blending my colors together. Anybody have any fun walks planned for this weekend? I'd probably take my puppy out for a a nice long walk because it's been so rainy here, but there actually is a little bit of sun today. Yeah.
I go on a walk every day.
Do you? Good for you. That's awesome. Do you walk the neighborhood or like do you
On
have
the
a
trail.
Nice. Oh, that's cool.
Rosalie says she's taking her dog for a walk every day.
Nice. We do every day except for yesterday because it was pouring rain all yesterday. So he's a little frantic today. He definitely needs a walk. Actually what he definitely needs is Frisbee time. He loves running after and catching the Frisbee. So you need to take him to a park and play with him. Otherwise, he totally gets frantic. Does anybody want to share? Is there anybody so we're kind of low on time. So I know that clearly I'm not finished. I'm sure some of you aren't finished either, but I would love to see your works in progress, even if you're not totally done.
Okay, I saw Jade's go up first.
Okay. Jade, that came out so well. I know you said you're struggling with it, but your lines are on point. You really nailed the shape of it and the texture in the inside of the earphones, really, or the headphones, really nice.
Thanks.
Good work. All right.
I saw David's, and then we'll jump to Michael's.
David, I love yours. Yours is like a coronavirus still life. Wash your hands, toilet paper, and can you hold it up a little bit higher? Just let's see is it a hairbrush? Nice, very nice. Really, really nice work. I can tell you were really, really looking closely at the interior of that method bottle. Really, really good work. Really, really good work. Yeah, let's see, Michael.
This is on the iPad.
Oh, nice. Those hands, I love drawing hands like that. They're like they're just really fun to draw.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I bought it months ago, but I've never tried drawing from it.
Yeah. It's like they're designed to be drawn. So that looks really good. Can you hold it up a little bit so I can see your plant on the bottom? Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a plastic flower on a small tile.
Yeah, it's that little succulent. I saw. That looks great. Oh yeah, there you go. You nailed the texture and the colors on the interior. Really nice. Really, really nice work.
Thanks.
Up next is Ciara and Damien.
Whoa! Look at that SpiderMan figure. That's awesome.
That's amazing.
You did such a good job drawing him. Yeah. I can tell you were really looking closely at the details and like where all the lines connected for his web and like what kind of pants he had on. Oh, really nice work. You're gonna finish it, right?
Yeah, I have to finish it.
Awesome. Well, really good work.
Let me show yours. And this is Rosie.
Rosie, oh, your banana looks great. Oh, I like the little figure in the bottom. Who is the little figure?
SpiderMan.
Really nice job. You nailed the shapes of that banana, and I can tell you were really looking closely at it. Really good work. I'm glad you guys came today.
Okay.
Next up, we have Rosalie with her hand up.
Go ahead, Rosalie. Let's see.
It's not finished yet, but I did the cup and the balloon, and I'm still working on the headband.
Nice, yeah. That's what when you have a lot of texture. That's just how it goes. But it's looking really good. You even
especially with all the tiny sequins and stuff. So
yeah. There's a lot of detail in there, and you got the writing right on the outside of the mug and everything.
Yeah.
And even the little nub on the balloon, like where the tie is. Nice work. Really nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Jump over to Emily and Sofia.
Emily, Sofia, see.
This is my finished drawing.
That looks awesome, girls.
I finished coloring the show. Friday, April 10th, 2020.
Very nice.
The names in cursive.
Oh, awesome. Those look great. I love that purple candle with the like the wavy lines. Was that fun to draw?
Yeah.
Yeah, those candles look like they'd be fun to draw because they have so many like wavy lines to them and the layers of color. Yeah, those are awesome. Really nice work, girls. Really nice work.
Megan had her hand up.
You'll have to ask Mama.
Yeah, Megan, let's see.
Here's mine so far. I haven't got anything else colored because the headband is taking a while.
Yeah,
And
these
I
headbands.
haven't really shaded yet, but
That's okay.
that's mine so far.
It's awesome. It is an amazing work in progress. I hope you finish it, okay? Keep working on it.
There's Tanya's.
Oh, nice. Nice. I see that clearly, that banana and that orange. Really nice. Were they sitting on a plate?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks awesome. I can tell you were really nailing the shape of those forms. That circle is almost perfect. How did you draw it? Did you trace it?
Yeah, like I used a candle and I just traced the bottom.
That's smart. That's super smart. Sometimes when you have to get like a perfect shape like that, it's always a good idea to trace.
Yeah.
Good thinking. All right.
Thank you.
No problem.
Anything else? Oh, there was a comment from Ciara Rose and Damien asking when the next class is.
It's going to be on Monday at 10 o'clock, but it's not going to be drawing. So like I said, the schedule for next week will be up on Saturday evening, and there's going to be a whole roster of classes. I know I'm going to be teaching at 10, and it's going to be like a collage paperwork class, and then there's going to be I think more of a cartooning class from Ben at a certain time, and then Rhiannon's going to be teaching another class, which I don't know what she's teaching yet either. So, but they'll all be up on Saturday. Okay? Oh, you're welcome, Hanya. Is there anybody else who would like to share their final drafts? No? All right. Well, really, really good work, guys. It's been so much fun. I'm so glad you were here with this week. I hope check out the roster for next week. It'll be up. Okay. Hopefully I see you guys again. Bye.
Bye.
Sister.
Bye.
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 Thank you.
Bye, Megan.
Bye, Jade.
Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're
Bye,
so
everyone.
welcome.
Have a great weekend.